to Power BI Bootcamp. My name is Augusto Victor, and I'm a data analyst, and I have like a year of experience working with data sets. I work with Power BI, I work with SQL, I work with a little bit of Tableau and this and that and everything. But right now, this class is mainly focused on Power BI. So without putting too much like introduction and everything, you heard my name and everything. But so we're moving straight up to our class. Last week we started on visualization. We were dealing with visualization and where we showed like the basic visualization and everything, basic visualization techniques. So this week we'll be running up visualization. I mean today, like we'll create a dashboard, an actual dashboard. Then after creating a dashboard, we'll do a little of data modeling. So yes, let's go to the slides. We did this last week. So there are three basic elements in Power BI that you can use to create a dashboard. They include, but not not limited to, text box, shapes and images. Text box, shapes and images. So these are kind of self-explanatory. Like it says, a text box is a box where you can type text. A shape is like you can draw shape, you can put shapes in Power BI to make like it looks very appealing, visually appealing. Then images, you can put images into Power BI to make it look appealing, basically. So why you need to do this? Because as a data analyst, visualization is very important. How you are able to communicate your data, how you are able to communicate your progress is very important as a data analyst. So the next thing, there are basic visualization practices. There are visualization practices that help to communicate properly. So let me like create a picture in your head. Like we know about colors, we know about how appealing if you see a nice color, if you see when they do a nice color mix, you know how appealing to the eyes it is. But also you can go to somewhere and wondering what went wrong here. It's like they went for like the colors are fighting. Maybe you have yellow over there, you have maybe one odd color, violet or purple, and the colors are plenty and it's just shouting. And they're all like shouty colors. Yellow, white, just pick a lot of shouty colors and they're all shouty. Basically, what that does to our dashboard is that it creates a form of distraction for whoever our stakeholder or whoever is going to be looking at our dashboard. Because we're not the one consuming what we produce as data analysts. We produce what can be consumed by stakeholders. Depends on your target audience though. But a lot of times it's stakeholders, which is maybe your business partners, your head of analytics, the head of the vice president of corporation and stuff like that. Or maybe you create a dashboard for the public view. Maybe you create a dashboard about Twitter posts and stuff like and things like that. So you go to and post it for everybody to see. When you post that out, a lot of people get confused because they're wondering what went wrong with this visual, what went wrong with this person, what is this person trying to communicate. So the good visualization practice include using an effective visual. So last time, I think the last week when we were talking about visuals, there was something that really struck out in types of visuals where you are using a pie chart and you include a lot of variables in your pie chart. You're using a pie chart and you include a lot of variables in your pie chart. It's just going to be very confusing because you just see a lot of different colors. Like maybe you're using like up to 30 or 20 variables and using a pie chart. It's not going to accurately deplete what you're trying to say because each of those variables have a share in the pie. And when all of them take their share, it's just small pieces. And it cannot really pass any message because there's no big share. So in choosing an effective visual, you have to know what your options are. If you want to work on a progress against time now, a progress against time, your best bet would be an area visual or a line visual. If you're trying to show an increase in maybe from you're trying to show the ratings from not rated to very good or from not rated to good and very good, you can use a 100% stacked bar chart. So choosing an effective visual is very important in It's very, very important when you are working with Power BI. The next step we're going to be talking about is eliminate clutter. Clutter in the sense that your work should not be looking like maybe you are trying to pass on information. You are using like 50 visuals, or you're using like let me not exaggerate too much. You're using like 20 visual in one dashboard. There's no information passed. You have to sit down and carefully select the visual that are right. And please, as much as possible, limit it to like at most 7, or at most maybe you are trying to pass a lot of message at once. 10. 10 visuals is fine. It should not be more than 10. There should not be a time where you have up to 15. So what are you doing? What are you trying to pass? There's nothing, no information is passed. Then focus on attention. In your visual, there are things that you are meant to put more attention more than others. There are some things that needs more attention than others. It's very, very important. So you have to try to either make it bold or use a color that will draw attention to what you're trying to put attention to. Then people alignment and distribution. That's basic about formatting, putting it in line, making it visually appealing. This is all visually appealing kind of thing. Then bad visualization practice. As I've said before, we're talking about um, use of distracting images, poor choice of colors, that is too many colors. Then all these things are like using 3D visuals, and everything just it looks very poor. So okay, this is an example of a visual. This you can see my screen. This is an example of a dashboard. You can see how it's arranged. You can see like the how it's properly shaped. So we shall be going straight up to Power BI to ask that again because we have not been seeing what I've been doing thus far. So this is my blank. I hope you can see it now. Sorry, Ikike, good evening. I'm sorry. Welcome. Thanks for joining me today.
No problem, sir. I can.
Yes. Okay.
I'm okay.
So we can see my screen now, right? I want to start from scratch.
Yes, I can.
Okay. So basically, this is my dashboard. Or this is my screen. Basically, this is my canvas, and I want to create a dashboard. We're going to be using the same data sets from last week, the same data set that contained the sort table from last week. And what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be creating a dashboard for that data set. So, as I told you, there are 3 basic elements. There's a text box, shapes, and images. Text box, shapes, and images. So now, I'm going to be building a dashboard for Oposo Manufacturing Company, where I like show the basics, like the profit, the losses, like just basic dashboard where you can see visualization in action. So first things first, I want to increase the size of my canvas because this canvas is probably not going to contain what I want to do. So I click on the canvas. I come to this format report. I come to canvas settings and I change this to custom. I increase this to 1080. I click on enter. Let's see. Like if it gets not enough, you can always come and work on it again. And I want to change this to ash. I don't want my canvas to be white. So I come to this canvas background, I change it to ash. Then I come and reduce the transparency because if I don't reduce the transparency, my color will not show. It will still show as white. So I come and reduce the transparency. So yes, I am kind of done with the canvas for now. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create my text box. I'm going to create my text box. So I'm going to create my text box. Here's my text box. So I'm going to click on my text box. Text box appears here. So I'm going to increase the size, make it a little bigger. And this is this way. Then okay. This should work. This should work. Then I'm going to create I can change my font size. I'm going to change it to Arial Black, make it bold, then increase it to like let's say 20, 24. MC looks it's still small. Oh, my this is too big. Okay. Okay, let me increase it again. 28. Make it bold. It's area black. Okosun manufacture with company. Okosun manufacturing company. That's my company. Very big in the US, the UK, in Israel. We're very big shop. Then I come and change this icon type. I don't want something so big again. What to make this like 20? H. I'll not make it bold. I don't want it bold. H is too small now. 20. H R H R H R data 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 dashboard. So yes, this is like the basic text box. You can see how um, the name of the company is captured and what this dashboard is going to be portraying is captured. The next thing is that I want to add an image. I want to add an image, like maybe the logo of your company. Let me shift it. Let's say image. Can use whatever image you like, but let me see what image I have that I can use. Okay. Okay. What image can I use? What's this nice image I used to use? I don't know why I kept it. Desktop. Okay, I really don't have an image, but I'm just going to use something to signify what our logo should be. I don't really have an image. So yes, we're going to be using this as our standing image for today's class. So I'm going to just come here and put this here. That's going to start like standing as our logo. That's going to standing as our logo. Let me try this and see how it looks. Okay, still looks okay. So the next thing I want to do is that I want to insert shape. I want to insert shape. So I come to shape, I click on rectangle, I change the color, effects, not shape. Come to effects, no, not background, properties, no style. I change the shape to white. I change the shape to white. Then I bring it down, I drag it down into bits, drag it down into bits. I want to put some things inside. So now, okay, this, okay, so I put this here. Let's align what I was already working on before. So yes, now I want to make it have rounded corners. I want to make it have rounded corners. So I come to the shape. I come to, okay, first of all, I want to change this borders to white. I don't want it to have blue borders. So I change that to white. So effects. A border. So I want it to have rounded borders. I increase this. Yes, rounded corners. This is what I'm looking for. I make these rounded corners. Then I change this back to white. Change this back to white. So yes, you can see that it has rounded corners now. But the rounded corners seems too much. I want to reduce the bits. So yes, what I want to put here, I want to put filters in this shape I just put here. I want my data set to have filters. I come here, I come, I create slicers. As if I remember from our last class, slicers are filters in Power BI. I come, I put it down here, so it fits nicely. It fits nicely. Then I put gender as a filter we're going to be using without data set. Gender loading. Then while that's loading, I pick another slicer and I want to put department as a visual I'm going to be using our data set. It's a visual I'm going to be using our data set. So I want to make this. I said yes. I said department. Yeah, department. I put this department here. So I can make this drop down. I make this a drop down. I also make this a drop down. Also make this a drop down. So if I want to I could just come click here. The department comes out. I come click here. So that works for now. Then the next thing I want to do is that I want to create card visuals. I want to create card visuals to show like basic things. So I come to here, I click on card, swipe up, I choose a nice point where I want my card visuals to be. Then I choose a nice size I want it to be. So I want the number of employees as this thing, type of this count chart. So I come and click here. Then I come to count. I change this to count from first name. I change it to count. Count. Then I'm going to edit this later, but for now I just want to copy and paste. So I'm going to be copying this. Copy visual. I want to press Control V, Control V, Control V because I want it in 4 places. I come here, come here, come here. As you can see, there's a red line that helps to guide your visual. There's a red line that helps to guide your visual. So I want this to be count of name. I want this to be count of gender. I don't want this to be name. I want this to be gender. So I want this. I switch it. Gender count. I want distinct. If I can remember, distinct counts unique values. Distinct counts unique value. Then I want the count of departments. Like on distinct. Then I want average salary. So I put salary. Then I put average. Average. Okay. So it's coming out. It looks very too. So now I want this to be arranged well. I want this to have like a form of arrangement. So I'm going to select these 4 visuals up until here. It's control. I'm going to go to format. Then I'm going to put align. So I want this to align. I want this to distribute horizontally. I want it to be distributed horizontally. So now what this just did is that it gave a space. I gave them equal number of spaces. I don't even understand why I don't like this. I feel like wow. Okay, let's see. So it gives them an equal number of space among each other. So now I would what's the word? I will change the titles. That's what I'm going to be doing next. I'm going to change the titles. First of all, I'm going to remove the category label. Then the title, I'm going to put it on. Then I'm going to put it as number of employees. Right. So I can increase the size. I can make this bold. No, I don't want to make it bold. I want put in the middle. I can increase the size. It fits. So I can increase the size to 18. I can change the heading type. But I don't want, I like this like this. I like how it looks. So that's for that. Then I move to the next one. I turn on my title, um, gender types. I put that gender types, types. I increase this to 18 also, which we use as our first one. Then put in the middle. Then I can remove the color value, a category label from here. So the next is number of departments, or the number of the departments, and I put this as 18. Number of departments, where I put this as 18. I put it in the middle of departments. If you can see it's coming down because the letters are much. Then for the last one, I'm going to change this category label off. I'm going to put this as average salary. Turn on and put this with average salary. So I'm going to increase this to 18 also. To the middle. So yes, I think I want this as drop. I want it as I want that drop. I want that. I want that drop. I want that. So yes, I have done this thing. So what we're going to be doing next, I want to put the pie chart to show the average salary by gender. Average salary by gender. So what I'm going to do is a pie. I want to use a donut chart itself because donut chart are more visually appealing than a pie chart to me though. So I'm going to put this here. Let's carry this here. Make it align here. And I'm going to drag it through. Make it as big as I want. Then I'm going to put gender, my legend field. Then I'm going to put salary here. Then I'm going to make this as average. Then I want to change this colors. This colors doesn't speak to what I want to do. So first thing I'm going to change this. I think this blue for male is okay. I'm going to go to slices. Go to slices. And I want non-binary to be like ash to grayed out. Grayed out. Not really completely, but I want it to not be so shouty. Then I want the females to have like a red-ish vibe. Reddish vibe. This red shade of let's see. Let's see this. Everything's fine. So also I want to make these data values or these data labels are not easily seen. So I want them to be seen. So I come to my detail label and I increase the size. You can see I have increased the size, it's bigger now. Then I want to make this decimal place appear. I just want to see the the decimal. I don't want to see any decimal in it. So I have to change that. So the next thing I want to do is I want to make this legend stand out. I want to increase the size. So I go to legend, then I increase the size of the legend text. I increase the size a little bit bigger. Then for my title, I want to increase my title, title. I go to general, go to title, average salary by gender type. Let's just make it gender type. It's okay. Gender type. Let's put that gender type. By gender type. So I move this here by why not moving? By gender type. So I increase the size like it's let them all have a uniform. Okay. average salary by gender type. So if you can see it's coming out nice, let me try to zoom out. Try to zoom out. So you can see it's coming out. So I want to increase the size. But I can see now that it's not going to be enough. So I want to increase it a little. I want to increase this a little. Then I want this to perfectly align. Why is it looking like this? I can work on it when I'm done. So let me do this. It's coming out by two. Kadan kadan. The next thing I want to do is I want to create a I also want to use gender to create an average salary, but I'm going to be using 100%. I'm going to be using clustered bar charts. I mean clustered column charts. If you remember our last class, we talked about column chart and bar charts. I will explain that the major difference between a column chart and a bar chart is that a bar chart is horizontal, while a column chart is vertical. A bar chart is horizontal, while a column chart is vertical. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to put this here. I want it to be on the same line. Then put this, let this then this doesn't look good enough. Put this size. So you come on with it. So yes, this fits. Let me fix. Let me try to no. So yes, as you can see, our dashboard is becoming more and more interactive. It's coming up little by little. So I want to create a field where we have gender by salary, where we're rating gender by salary. So I put this average here, average. Then I want to change this color to this blue. I want them to have like normal blue color. So I come to here, I come to bars. With columns, not bars, columns. I change it to the shade of blue. They all have like similar, it's lighter. Use my eyes. Let's see. It's lighter. I think it's no lighter. I think it's what we use. I think this is what we use. So this is going to be showing the average salary by gender type. No, yes, average salary by gender type. Is this what we want to show? Or let's do something else. Let's do something else. So we want to make let's see the visual first it's here. I'm thinking let's add let's not make it by gender now. Let's make it by location. By location. By location. Let's see. Let's see. Let's of gender. Let's see by location. So yes, let's do it by location. Average salary by location because this is already showing gender. So average salary by location. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to click on this. Come here. I'm going to turn off. I don't want to see this average salary here because it's just since I already have my detail level, it's self explanatory. I don't see this here. I don't see this here. So I come to my y axis. I come to title and I turn my title off. I come to my x axis. I see title and I turn my title off. Therefore, values I increase the size. So it can be seen. Okay. Let me increase the size of this view. It's so like it. A thing you should really consider when you're creating dashboards. Let it fit. Let your consumers, which is like your consumers in the sense of your stakeholders, your business personnel, your business entities, be able to see what you're trying to project. So don't be a miser on space. You're creating a dashboard. You're not trying to hide from the world. Don't be a miser on space. So average salary by location. Then I want to increase this like this again. So I come here. I come to my x-axis. Why it's showing this question here is like this like danger sign here is because I increased it to a point where it cannot be increased. Like the space for it is not able to contain what it is. So if I reduce it now, I'm sure it will disappear. So if I reduce it. As I've reduced it now, you can see that disappeared. So I'm going to go to my y-axis. I'm going to increase it a little bit more so it can be seen. Okay, so this works. This works. This works. I'm going to change my title. No, not you. General. So I want to change my title. Average salary by location. Average. I don't want to say average or salary. Average salary by location. I want to change it right there. Change this to 18. It's in the middle. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Come now. So the next thing I want to do is I want to create, like, if you can remember last week, we created this, use the sort table to create a rating list. Use the sort table to create a rating list. If you want to know how we created that using data modeling, it's just refer back to previous videos. Because I really, if I am going to dwell into that right now, it's going to take a bit of time, like take time. And right now, I want an hour to be an hour as much as possible. So we're not going to be going back to that for now. I'm not going to be going back to that for now. So I want to create my use my sort table that I created before to create the ratings, like average rating by gender type, average and gender type. So I come and click my 100% stack bar charts, 100% stack bar charts. As much as possible, I try to increase the size so it fits. Then I come to gender, come to ratings here. Then I change these ratings. I use the rating in my sort table here. I use the ratings in my sort table here. So the next thing I want to do is that I want to remove not rated. I want to remove not rated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come and select all, then select not rated, then leave it like that. You can see now I'm not rated is no longer there. But as you can see, this colors is conflicting with my whole dashboard. This color is conflicting with my whole dashboard. I don't like this color that I see. I wish I had an image that was blue. I don't like this image that I see. I wish I had something that was blue. So I'm going to change this to. I'm going to update this dashboard. I want to change this to blue. Like let it be an order. Okay, I have a problem here. This blank isn't meant to be here. This is meant to be very good. So why is it not showing? Let me come here. Very good. Why is it showing as blank? Very good. Good. Okay. Sorry. I by mistakenly clicked unchecked very good instead of leaving it. I don't want blank. I don't want blank. I want to start from very good to good, average, to poor, very poor. So now the next thing I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to change the colors of my data set. I'm going to change the colors of my data set. I'm going to start it from very good as blue to red as poor. So this blue here is, I think it's fine by me, but let me go and play with colors. I like playing with colors basically. So I'm going to put this deep blue here. I think that's already blue. Okay, so not the blue. Then for the next bar, I'm going to put a lighter shade of blue, which is this. Let's see what. What if I put this as this dark blue? Then I put this and like this one. So I then put this. Then I put this. I put this and put this. The next thing I'm going to grade this my average out. No, it's I want to grade my average out. Then I'm going to put this as a shade of red. Let me put this red. Okay. Okay, I think this works a bit. It works, it works, it works, it works. Let me zoom out so you can see my dashboard. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, so I think it works. I think it works. I think it works. So okay, so let me finish editing this particular one. Let me change the title. Let me edit the title properly. I'm going to change it to um not count. It's not going to be count anymore. Let me change it. Let me change the name. Title, what to put as um rating by gender type, not count. Ratings by gender type. Delete. Ratings by gender type. Then by gender. Delete. Delete. By gender type. Ratings by gender type. I'm going to make it 18 so everything is uniform. I'm going to put it in the middle. Then this is my ratings. This is my legend. It's not so clear, so I'm going to have to increase that size. My legend. I have to increase the size of my legend. Text. Increase it a little bit. Let's 16. Then for my x-axis and my y-axis, I don't want to see my title. My x-axis and my y-axis, I don't want to see the title, so I put the title of y-axis. I put the title of. Then I increase the values a little bit. I increase the size. Okay. Then for my y-axis, I do the same thing. Values, increase the size so it can be seen. Okay. Then I change this into so you can't. Okay. So waiting, okay, I say I want to move off from here. Off. The title. Off. I move off. So yes, I am done with what I wanted to teach on dashboards. Okay, yes, what these filters are for is that in case I want to like walk around the dashboard, I want to change some things. I can come and click on females. Then in the females in the marketing department. As you can see, it shows that there are 31 females in the marketing department, and there's one gender type, one number of one. Okay, that's this thing. Then the average salary of females in the marketing department is 79,000. This is meant to be dollars. I pay my company in dollars. I told you before. So this is like the ratings. Then if I want to change it to legal, I can always change it. If I want males in engineering, I see there are 36 males in engineering. Then in location, you see that Lagos has a higher number of males, I mean the higher salary of males with coming to Abuja, then Kaduna. Then you can see this is just like a filter, basically. I don't like this that is here. I would have preferred something blue so that my dashboard will match. But right now on this laptop, I don't really have a blue icon that I'm going to be used to create like for this dashboard. So I'm going to just have to use it like that. So I want to teach data modeling. I want to just data modeling is not so much, but I want to ask for your opinion. Should we still run through data modeling this night, or we should teach it tomorrow alongside that tax functions? But DAX function is like a full blown meal on its own. And I wanted to like us because DAX involves maths, data analysis expression, not really maths per se, but involves formulas. So I want to ask for our opinion if we should just skip, if we should teach DAX functions and data modeling now, then tomorrow we move straight to DAX function because we still have about 15 minutes to eat. We still have 15 minutes to eat. Ikike, I don't know if you're still with me. But if you're still with me, I would like a reply. Presto, we have 15 minutes. Let's go into it.
We are
Okay,
with
are
you,
you there?
sir.
Okay, so I was asking for your feedback. Should we go into data modeling because we still have about 15 minutes to it 1 hour class, or we should just finish this here, like the questions.
I suggest we should finish this one. We should continue with this one, sir.
I can hear you,
Like
sir. I
I'm
was
kind
hearing
of
you.
done.
I was trying to.
Okay, like I'm kind of done with what I'm teaching here. So I'm asking, should we move to data modeling now?
Okay.
Okay, so
Is
we
it?
move to data
Hello,
modeling.
sir.
So Ikike,
I don't have a question concerning this, so if you can move over to data modeling, no problem.
Yeah, yeah. I think you
okay,
should move on. But so
cool. Thank you.
I have a question, like not about this whole
Okay,
thing you're doing, but a different question.
okay, sure, sure, sure. Ask the question now.
Okay, I want to ask: are you going to be taking out some bookmarks?
Bookmarks.
Yes,
Bookmarks in data model in Power BI.
yes.
Okay, right now this is like an introductory class. So I'll be saying no. So it's just basic. But after our DAX functions, we're going to be moving to our projects, like the projects for our class.
Please, sir, can I talk? I'm just coming in. I'm just joining the class. Please, can you do
Okay,
a favor to recap?
on this whole thing, like everything,
If possible, sir. I just joined.
just join. Okay, you know what? Like I want if there's going to be a video recording after the class. Because if I'm going to be starting again, it's going to be like going to even spill over to after it, basically. I don't know. There's going to be a video recording. There's going to be a link to a video recording where you can watch everything I talked about today. So quite unfortunately, I cannot really start from scratch for today.
Okay.
But in case you go through the video, I have a question. I can like in this particular class, I can have like we can have a video chat where I show you all these things. But for this particular class, we can actually have a class after this or something where I show you all these things. But for this particular class, it's going to spill over out of our time. I don't know if that is fine by you. Chama, I don't know if that's fine by you. If maybe after this class, we can actually I can go through it again with you personally. I don't know if that's fine by you.
It's fine.
No problem. Thank you very much. So yes, okay. Before I move to data modeling, I want to show you how to save this. Like maybe you're done with your work and you want to save it as PDF. You go to File, then you go to Export, Export to PDF. Then it generates a report, PDF per report, generates a PDF per report. Okay. Then okay, yes. If you can see my screen and see how it looks. Let me zoom out. This is how it looks in PDF format. This is how it looks in PDF format. So yes, the next thing we're going to move into data modeling straight up. And let me go to my page. Let me go to my class. Okay. Data modeling. So we talked a little bit about data modeling in our last class where we use a sorting table. We talked a little bit about data modeling in our last class. But this class we're going to be doing an introduction to data modeling. I'm not going to finish data modeling today, so I don't rush it. But if I say I'm going to use 10 minutes to teach data modeling, I'm going to be doing a disservice to you and a disservice to myself. So I'm going to be using just go to introduce data modeling to us. Then tomorrow we finish it up and move to DAX functions for tomorrow. Then next week we'll have our our class. Have our class. So data modeling is the process of organizing a different data your business collect by establishing relationship between each data tables. So when we worked on our source table in our last class, we saw that how Power BI automatically detected and created a relationship between the ratings column in the both in the source table and the HR data table. Power BI automatically creates relationship by the column names. For example, in this what we just did now, you can see that the sort table and the HR dataset table has ratings and ratings. These two. So when Power BI came to data modeling, it detected that since if you come and click on if you come here, you can see that rating is highlighted, but it's showing you that rating is what is collecting these two data tables together. Rating is what is collecting these two data tables together. So data modeling is the process of um connecting two tables, like using like in a process of where Power BI connects two tables together. So it's called cardinality also. It's called the data cardinality. So in data table, there's something called a fact table and there's something called a dimension table. In data table, there's something called a fact table and there's something called a dimension table. So in a fact table is like, okay, I think I want to use this thing for example. A fact table is it contains event data such as sales, price, transaction date. It can contain several repeated values. Fact tables contains event data such as sales, price, transaction date, and time. Okay, for example, in a store now, a store that has a lot of goods to be sold. Some of those goods are purchased multiple times in a day. Like so, those the table where those goods are stored is called the fact table. Say it contains values, data values such as sales, price, transaction dates, time. It can contain several repeated values. So this table, the table where your sales is stored, your prices are stored, transaction dates are stored, your time are stored, is called the fact table. Why it's also and why it's containing repeated values because those values are things that happen on the like on repeated basis basically. So for dimension tables contains details, descriptions about the fact table, such as location, other types. So for dimension table gives more details. But for a dimension table is more like a one-time table. Dimension table is more like a one-time table. It contains only unique values. This may not be so clear to us right now, but when we move to Power BI, you understand it better. But this is like the basic definition. If you ask for a definition of a fact table and a dimension table, a fact table contains data values such as sales, prices, transaction date, and time. And moving forward to relationship in data model. So there's one to many, there's many to one, there's one to one, there's many to many. There's one to many, there's many to one, there's one to one, there's many to many. So what you need to know is that when one refers to a unique variable or a dimension, one refers to a unique variable or a dimension. You understand all this I'm telling you. When we get to Power BI, you understand it better. But just know that one refers to a dimension, that is a unique variable, while many refers to a fact table, that's a continuous variable, that is a variable that can be repeated. So, okay, there are two types of data models. There's the star schema and there's the snowflakes. The star schema and there's the snowflakes. Snowflake. So what you can see here in our this thing is our star schema. what you can see is our star schema. So as you can see why is the star is that you can see how they drew a star around it. And all these things around it are your facts table. These ones around it are your facts table. If you come closer now, you can see that it contains sales, it contains product ID, things that can be repeated. Then the one in the middle has more details basically. It has more details, and that is our dimension table. And it does not contain it contains unique values, that is values that are not repeated. Contains unique values, that is values that are not repeated. So I don't think we have time to move to Power BI and take on data modeling today. So this is just a introduction to data modeling. In our next class, that's tomorrow by 6 p.m., God keeping us alive, we shall go straight ahead on into data modeling in Power BI. And when we are done with data modeling, we shall move to DAX functions. That is data analysis expressions. We shall move to DAX functions. God keeping us alive. So I hope we have been able to explain and understand what we. I hope we are good. Hope we understood. Data modeling. You may not understand it so much, but by God's grace, tomorrow it will be a lot clearer by tomorrow. It will be a lot clearer by tomorrow. Is there any question concerning data modeling, data visualization in Power BI for now? Choma, if you can hear me, Choma. Stop it.
Yes.